Yo, welcome to the free-to-play player's guide to clearing Arknights Contingency Contract at Risk 21. In this video, I will show you my virtually RNG-free strategy to clearing Area 59, as well as analyze which units I used, when I deployed them, what risks I took and why, as well as who you can replace these units with to substitute for your team. Before I begin, please note that free-to-play does not mean low rarity and it does not mean low level. If you are looking for a low rarity guide, search for a low rarity guide. If you are looking for a low level guide, go look for that. Free to play means I did not spend any money on the game. If your team does not have enough similar units to mine, you will not be able to use this strategy. If you have all of the units but did not level them, you will probably not be able to level them in time. For future reference, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon as I will release guides for Contingency Contract months before the next one comes out. Using those guides, you will know which units to level to get you a high risk clear months in advance. This way you can be sure to E2 them or M3 them with plenty of leeway. Now let's take a look at my 21 risk strategy that was put together with the knowledge of every single CN strategy that I covered in my 73-page guide, as well as the minds of the people on our Discord server. The risks that we are going to take are 1 life only, range increase, movement speed increase, defense up, no casters or healers, 75% HP down, DP down 2, damage 1, HP 2, katanas 3, tiles 3, and team size 1. I've heard some people freaking out and making a big deal over the minus 75% health risk. That's really not a big deal, because even if your health is down, your defense has not gone down. If their attack has not been significantly increased, they will not be able to breach your defense and they will not be able to do significant damage. The only people that can do significant damage are the 4 main threats. The team will consist of 10 operators in the following categories. We need 2 arts guards. I will be using Astacia at E1 max, skill 2 level 7, and Lapland E250, skill 2 M3. Moose and Chen will also work here. You need 1 tanky tank. I have Korra at E250, skill 2, level 7, and max potential. Hoshiguma is a good replacement here. Liskarm and Croissant also work here, but you have to make sure you be careful and time their skill activations properly. Saria can also work too, but her skills don't buff her defense, so you could get killed eventually. You need 1 healing defender. I have Saria at E250, skill 1 M1. If you are using Neural as a healing defender and Saria as your main tank, that will not work, because both of their skills heal only when you are under 50% HP. If this is your only option, try swapping Saria to skill 2. Next, you need 2 DP generating vanguards, and they are non-replaceable. Myrtle at E2 level 1, skill 1 M3, max potential. The potential here does matter. As well as Texas, who is technically also not replaceable, at E220, skill 2 M1 with potential 2. It's only the first potential here that matters to reduce her DP cost, but if you don't have it, it should still be okay. If both your Myrtle and your Texas have 0 potential, you basically have to double the RNG required. The reason Texas is not replaceable is because Texas is actually doing 3 things here. 1, she is generating DP, of course. 2, because she is E2, it allows you to start the game with 2 extra DP. This means you can deploy Myrtle earlier. This means you can generate DP faster. And 3 is because Texas has the stun. At M1, she stuns for 3 seconds. This buys 3 seconds of time for Feeder to charge up her skill, thus reducing the RNG. Siege without any potential is actually a worse option than Texas here. This is because you are already starting out the stage without Texas's talent, so you are behind by 2 DP. Then add on the fact that Siege is 1 DP more expensive than Texas. You are better off going with a lower rarity Vanguard such as Courier, Fang, or Vanilla. However, even these Vanguards are missing the stun, and so you will be more dependent on the RNG. Now you have 4 operators left, and they are the slow push team. So this is Feeder at E240, skill 1 M3. There's no potential needed, but a potential for Feeder will reduce the RNG even further. And Angelina at E240, skill 1, level 7, no potential is needed. I know this Angelina right here is E250, but I have done it with E240 and no potential, so I know that it works. Again, the more potential you have, the less RNG is needed. Angelina is not replaceable with any other slow operator here, not Estina, not Nagaland, or not Manticore, because Angelina here is less to slow them and more to kill them. No slow operator does as much damage as Angelina. And the final 2 operators here are to deal with the casters and top caster. Helliger at E220, skill 1, level 7, no potential, is to deal with the casters on the bottom. It's hard to find a replacement here. Spectre might work, but I'm not sure. You could try Vulcan too, but really not sure. And finally, you want Silver Ash at E250, skill 3 M3. You may not need as many levels as I have on my team, but there's no way for me to go backwards and check. So I can't really say for sure. If you have Silver Ash at E220, for example, go give it a shot, try it at E220, you might be able to clear it. If not, then maybe raise him up to E230 and try again. Just keep raising up your guys incrementally until you find a level that works. Now, let's take a look at the run and what I do. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is very quickly deploy Myrtle next to this isolated range tile facing downwards. This way we can start generating DP as soon as possible. Next thing we're going to do is pop Myrtle and deploy Texas as soon as possible. So the second Myrtle gets ready, we pop that. This will generate DP for Texas. We get Texas in ASAP. Now we want to pop Texas when the Katana gets in range after the Originium tile. This will give us enough DP to deploy Feeder on the top right corner facing left. M1 on Texas stuns the Katana for 3 seconds, giving ample amounts of time for Feeder to charge up her skill. Next, we're going to deploy Laplamp, but we have to pop Myrtle first. We're going to deploy Lapland diagonal to Texas facing upwards so she can hit the Katanas as well. Now, this is where the first instance of RNG comes in. Feeder will be hit once here. All you have to do is dodge this one time, and you will be good to go for the rest of the run. If you fail here, just restart. You've only wasted like 30 seconds, not much time. So right here, we dodge. Perfect. Now we can put in Angelina. I delayed for a second, but you should not delay for a second. Go into slow motion to increase the chances of Feeder's RNG dodging actually work. Next thing we're going to deploy is Korra after Myrtle and Texas can pop again. What I'm about to do next is called pause buffering and the pause trick. I'm going to pause the game while I'm clicking on Texas. This way I can activate Texas's skill the second that it's ready while the game is still paused. Then I can click on someone in my deck to go into slow motion, and I can select someone else like Myrtle in slow motion. Then I can pause the game again and activate Myrtle's skill while the game is paused. Then reselect someone in my deck and remain in slow motion. So I would have essentially activated Texas's skill, Myrtle's skill, and deploy someone all within a split second. A better stun time for Texas would be if I split box the Katana in Lapland's range. I will demonstrate this in a later stun. So the first Katana is dead, the next Katana has arrived. This is why Angelina is not replaceable. If you replaced Angelina here, the top Katana would not have died. Feeder would have to bounce around 2 Katanas at the same time. This means you're leaving it in the hands of RNG, as Angelina will not be able to slow both of them in time, and they will be desynchronized. We're going to pop Myrtle whenever possible. This will allow us enough DP to drop in Astacia. So I'm going to pop Korra as to not let her take as much damage. Boom. Texas is now ready. We're waiting for the Katana to get pushed. And now we're waiting for the Katana to get split boxed right into Lapland's range. So we're going to let him walk into Lapland's range before activating the skill. Now he is halfway in between Lapland's range and still in Texas' range, as he got stunned and he's being hit by Lapland. We undeploy Texas, we deploy Astacia facing downwards. Then we deploy Helliger. Instead of doing Silver Ashers, we do Helliger first because the casters are about to spawn, and we want to make sure we deal with them. Now we pop Myrtle for the last time and deploy Silver Ash in when he's ready. We're going to deploy Silver Ash facing right this time. Silver Ash's job is to kill Katana number 3 and then Katana number 4. Katana number 2 is about to die right now. We can undeploy Myrtle the second her skill finishes. Do not pop Korra's skill on this gas mask. This is gas mask number 2. Korra's skill does not need to be popped here. Silver Ash is ready, but we're not popping it yet. The 4th Katana just spawned. He's gonna stand there for a while. We want to make sure that this Katana moves before we pop Silver Ash's skill. This will give us ample amount of time to kill both Katanas. So I'm looking at the Katana in the corner of the screen right there, right behind Silver Ash's sprite. I'm gonna pause buffer until I see some sort of movement. There he goes. The second he moves, the game is paused. I can activate Silver Ash's skill, click on someone else, and this will keep the game in bullet time mode. This way I can assess the situation more carefully. I can see whether Korra needs some help or anything like that, just so I can get a better understanding of what's going on. Now, again, Korra here is going to look a bit scary. Her skill won't charge in time, but that's okay because Silver Ash can kill the guy before anything happens. Now we're watching Silver Ash kill the 4th katana. Red katana number 1 spawns. The second this katana dies, we can take Silver Ash out. In fact, we can even take him out early. Silver Ash does not need to kill him as long as we leave the 4th katana with low health. I have made a mistake here. Hora's skill is supposed to be popped right now, but I forgot to do so. You will see me get punished for this later. Cora, if you pop her now, is way too late already. So if we pop Astacia, pop Cora, we want to make sure that we block those 2 guys with Astacia, so Lapland can focus her attention on fighting the gas mask and the red katana. Otherwise, she'll be too busy hitting the guy that Astacia is hitting. Whenever Cora's shields are up, there should be no problem with the gas mask as he does not do enough damage to breach Cora's shields. It's only when Cora's shields are down that we have to start worrying a little bit. Now, as you can see here, Cora's skill lasted way too long, so now this gas mask is coming, and the charge for Cora's next skill pop is too late. Once again, we pop Astacia's skill to block those 2 guys so Lapland can focus her attention on fighting the red katana. Silver Ash is ready for deployment. The second he is ready, put Silver Ash on top of Astacia facing upwards. This way he will be able to hit the red katana in his entire range, as well as hit the top caster earlier as well. Now you're starting to see me pay the price for Cora, as Cora's skill should be ready by now if I had popped it earlier, but I did not pop it earlier. We're cutting it really, really close with Saria barely being able to keep up with the heal. And I'm just lucky enough to pop that skill just in time. Now the second red katana spawns, meaning top caster is about to spawn as well. The second top caster spawns, we pop Silver Ash. This way we can kill the first red katana early. We're gonna wait for the top caster to move a little bit, then drop a Vanguard the second he walks into range to shoot Silver Ash. We're gonna let him get 1 shot off on Silver Ash, then he's gonna shoot Texas next. In hindsight, you should deploy Myrtle here, not Texas. Texas has a separate use. Top caster is dead now. So now we just have to make sure that one of the red katanas die. If one of the red katanas do not die here, you're gonna have a big problem with more RNG on feeder. So because we popped Silver Ash early, Silver Ash should be able to kill one of these katanas as feeder pushes both of them back right here. And he's down. Now we are paying the consequences for popping Cora too late. We focus our attention on Cora. Her skill is clearly not ready when it should be ready. She should have her skill up now, but because we're so delayed on the previous gas mask, she's about to have a bad time. As you can see, even a skill 1 M1 Saria could not save that. So to fix that, we're just gonna replicate everything over again. This time, I'm not going to be delaying on my Angelina. All we need to do is dodge this one, and we get the dodge. Perfect. Once Angelina is in, the first bit of RNG is completely dealt with. We're perfectly fine. Here, I'm trying to time Texas's skill to try to split box him, but I think I timed it a bit too early. That's okay, though. Now we can get Cora in. Everything goes as usual. Again, I will split box this katana right here with Texas's third blast. Right there. I think I timed that one a bit too late because he was only hit once by Texas. Could have done that like a few frames earlier. Now Cora's skill is ready and one of the gas masks is about to pop. Is about to come out. We pop Cora when the gas mask walks past the first block. Right around here is when we pop Cora. That is the correct timing for Cora. She will recharge on time this way. We save Astacia's skill mainly to block those two soldiers and to kill the gas mask. We don't need to pop Astacia if the gas mask isn't there. So now, as you can see, Cora's skill is ready for the next wave. The top katana has spawned. We're waiting for top caster to spawn now. The second top caster spawns. We pop Silver Ash like that. This way we can kill the red katana in time. Pop Myrtle down as bait. He will shoot Silver Ash once, then he'll shoot Myrtle next time. Myrtle is better than Texas here because Texas can stun, so we can save that in case something does go wrong with Cora. So as you can see here, the last gas mask is out, and we have Cora's skill ready. This way, nothing bad will happen like last time. Perfect. We can pop Korra's skill. If we suspect that something is going wrong with Korra, we can deploy Texas right behind Korra. I'm going to do that because I have the PTSD of what happened last time. I'm going to do that right there. In case Korra's skill ends and the dude is still alive, we can pop Texas to stun him and cancel his attack. As you can see on top lane, if there is only one katana, he is never going to break out of the slot. One katana with a slow push strategy is guaranteed success. So we're just waiting for this last gas mask to die here. Cool, bottom lane is cleared, middle lane is cleared. I'm gonna pop Texas just for some extra TP. You can undeploy every single person on the bottom lane. And as you can see here, this is proof. One katana versus slow push, they'll never break through. I'm so confident in the strategy that I'm going to undeploy Angelina and undeploy Feeder. Silver Ash is my first ever 6-star, so it only makes sense for them to finish the job. 21 Risk with a free-to-play team. If you have any more questions, join our Discord server. Hope that helped you. Cheers.